Good evening, and you are turning in 10 minutes of BPTV News with me, Thục Oanh, and now take a look at our top story as usual. Binh Phuoc to honor outstanding individuals. Binh Phuoc adopts plan for developing industrial cluster. President receive outgoing UAE ambassador. Newly established firms up in 10 months. The Binh Phuoc Provincial People Committee has held a meeting to make preparations for a ceremony honoring individuals who posted outstanding achievements in various fields during 2022.
Individuals include students who won a National Consolation Prize or higher, or prizes in regional and international competitions, or came first in graduation exams in high school, university, or college. Also included are those who won a National Consolation Prize or higher in technical innovation contests or youth and children's creative contests. Journalists, writers, artists, athletes, and coaches who won consolation prizes or higher, or gold, silver, or bronze medals at national, regional, and international competitions in their field of endeavor will also be honored. Teachers with students who won consolation prizes or higher at national, regional, and international competitions, and organizations and individuals who made outstanding contributions to promoting studies will also be commended or rewarded. The ceremony will take place at the Temple of the Home Kings in Phú Riềng District on November 24th, involving 305 participants.
The Binh Phuoc Provincial People Committee has issued Plan number 327 on the development of industrial cluster in the province during the 2022-2025 period and visions to 2030.
The Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee has issued Plan number 327 on the development of industrial clusters in the province during the 2022 to 2025 period and vision to 2030. The objective of the plan is to accelerate the construction and development of industrial clusters to contribute to industry, handicraft, and economic restructuring. By the end of this year, the province is to complete the integration of the Industrial Cluster Development Plan into the Provincial Plan for the 2021 to 2030 period. Binh Phuoc also plans to build 32 industrial clusters on an area of over 1,827 hectares, including at least 3 processing industrial clusters. It will build 6 additional industrial clusters by 2025, bringing the total number to 15 on an area of about 730 hectares. The province will also strive to attract $3 to $3.5 million in investment per hectare to industrial clusters in the 2022 to 2025 period. All established industrial clusters are to have centralized wastewater treatment systems that meet environmental standards. By 2030, Binh Phuoc will establish 8 new industrial clusters, bringing the total to 23 on some 1,279 hectares. Each hectare is to attract investment of $3.5 to $4 million.
The Bù Gia Mập District Party Committee has held a meeting to celebrate the 13th anniversary of the district establishment.
Bù Gia Mập was separated from the former Phước Long District on November 1st, 2009. At that time, it had poor socio-economic infrastructure, and its people's material and spiritual lives faced many difficulties. 13 years later, the district has seen many changes through successfully implementing socio-economic development programs and ensuring national defense and security. The district's economic growth is now quite good. Total annual budget collection meets and sometimes exceeds provincial estimates, with an average annual increase of 5.6%. Poverty reduction programs have received special attention from all levels in local party committees and authorities. Poor households are provided with low-interest loans for production and agricultural equipment, and receive assistance in housing, clean water supply, and electricity. Authorities also have them with vocational training courses and job opportunities. As a result, the district's poverty rate fell from 20.87% in 2015 to 6.43% as of the end of 2021. 5 of its 8 communes meet national standards for new rural areas, of which 1 commune has met criteria of advanced new style rural areas, and the remainder meeting 14 to 15 of the 19 criteria.
President Nguyễn Phúc on November the 3rd received Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to Vietnam, who came to bid farewell to the state leader.
President Phuoc appreciated the ambassador's contributions to enhancing the friendship and multifaceted cooperation between the two countries. He proposed two countries implement measures such as stepping up the exchange of all-level delegations, coordinating in holding political, economic and cultural events towards the 30th founding anniversary of bilateral diplomatic ties in 2023. Thanking leaders of Vietnamese ministries and sectors for their support during his working tenure, he reaffirmed that in any position he will exert efforts to act as the bridge to boost the two countries' relations. The United Arab Emirates is one of Vietnam's leading economic, trade and investment partners in the Middle East. Two-way trade hit $5.3 billion last year, a year-on-year rise of 21%.
Danish toymaker Lego on November the 3rd began construction of an over $1.3 billion factory, the biggest foreign invested plant in the southern province of Bình Phuoc.
Lego CEO Niels B. Christiansen said it is the first factory designed as a neutral carbon facility. The groundbreaking ceremony saw the presence of permanent Deputy Prime Minister Pham Binh Minh and Danish Prince Crown Frederik. The factory covers an area of 44 hectares in Vietnam Singapore Industrial Park 3, making it the 6th of its kind in the world and 2nd in Asia. Apart from solar panels on the roof, the factory will also have a nearby solar power farm to meet annual energy demand, and use energy-saving equipment to meet the minimum standards of LEED Gold, a green building certification program used worldwide. Once completed in 2024, the factory is expected to generate thousands of jobs for skilled workers, contributing to Binh Phuoc's economic development in the coming years.
A Vietnamese delegation led by Colonel Lê Quang Tuyển, Deputy Director of the General Department of Defense Industry, attended the opening of the Indo-Defense 2022 Expo and Forum in Jakarta on November the 2nd.
The event, the largest of its kind in Southeast Asia, gathered representatives of 905 companies from 16 countries worldwide. Team Peace, Prosperity, Strong Defense. The expo is being held across 3 different venues in Jakarta. A total of 21 ministerial-level officials, armed forces commanders, and chiefs of staff from various countries attend the event. The event will feature the 6th Indo-Marine Expo and Forum and the 7th Indo-Aerospace Expo and Forum.
Vietnam saw over 13,000 new enterprises form with a total registered capital of some $4.3 billion in October, up 13.6% in number of firms, but down 21.4% in capital from the previous month.
The country counted 125,800 new firms in the first 10 months of this year, with combined investments of over $55 billion and 835,000 laborers. According to the General Statistics Office, the figures represented increases of 34% in the number of firms, 6% in capital and 18% in workforce compared with the same period last year. Meanwhile, 42,600 operating enterprises registered an increase of above $112 billion. Therefore, the total registered capital of the economy in the first 10 months totaled $167 billion, up 31% year-on-year. The office reported that the number of enterprises returning to business were 52,700 during the period, a yearly hike of 49%.
Vietnam ranked in $9.5 billion from exporting aquatic products in the first 10 months of this year, up 34% year-on-year.
The Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers reported of the figure, shrimp exports earned nearly $3.8 billion, an increase of 19% from the same period last year, and are expected to top $4.4 billion this year, 14% higher than that of 2021. Traffic exports recorded an impressive growth in the reviewed period, with the 10-month turnover hitting nearly $2.2 billion, surging by 80% year-on-year. This item's yearly export turnover is forecast to reach over $2.5 billion, up 58% compared to last year. According to businesses, in 2022, the global inflation and the Russia-Ukraine conflict have sharply increased the export of affordable whitefish products such as traffish. The import value of traffic products from Vietnam have increased by 40 to 200% this year. Vietnam's aquatic export turnover is predicted to top $10 billion by the end of November, the record of Vietnam's seafood industry after over 20 years.
That's all for today on BPTV News. Thank you for being there with us and see you next time.